Anthropomorphic Tuber.
Welcome to Damn Weird. And in this, I'm going to attempt to organize my collective thoughts on various unusual events and things and people that have occurred and things I've studied. Just a way to organize them here onto YouTube for me. Now we're going to start with some of the easier things, simply because we need kind of a foundation for our studies, for something to look at. These are things that maybe shouldn't exist, but do.
In this quest for the weird, I have decided to include plants as well. And we're still in the earlier stages where things that we're sure do exist, but there's questions about them. And that's what makes it weird. So here we go with the anthropomorphic tuber. More of a mythological or medicinal plant than things, basically because the roots end up looking human. Therefore anthropomorphic. One type of these curious root vegetables are from the Shandong province of China. It is the tuber of the fleece flower plant, which is widely used in Chinese medicine to treat a number of conditions, from chronic malaria to premature gray hair. Skeptics will claim that the shape has been often carved or manipulated by a sharp knife with someone's hands. However, roots resembling human shapes have a strong and long folkloric history, most notably in the case of the poisonous mandrake, which is a member of the nightshade family and is indigenous to southern and central Europe, as well as the Mediterranean. The forked root of this plant have often been known to resemble a human figure. Its narcotic and medical, or some would say magical, qualities associated with it that brings it to witchcraft. And in 1630, 3 women were executed in Hamburg for possession of such a root. According to Theophrastus, sure I butchered that one, famous Greek philosopher who wrote the first treatise on plants, Historia Plantarum, the herbalist could only collect mandrakes at night. First, one would have to lean towards the setting sun and honor the infernal deities, or, as it was known, the telluric forces. One should draw 3 circles around the plant with a virgin iron sword. Then, facing west, to avoid the spells cast by the plant, one should cut portions of the secondary roots. One should not try to harvest the plant himself, though, because when it was torn from the ground, the plant uttered a shriek that would drive most mad, or even kill those hearing it. Therefore, having carefully covered one's ears with wax, the herbalist tied a dog to the plant and threw it a piece of flesh just beyond its reach. The dog would run and drop dead, but the mandrake was torn off. Oh, how tightly was that rope? What killed it? But after harvesting the root, was involved in a piece of white linen, and later root and leaves would be separated and handled according to their different uses and purposes. In some cases, the root, preferably with a human shape, was dressed in red tunics, and small magical symbols were drawn on it, and it was stored in a box, wrapped in a silk, and bathed 4 times a year with wine. The liquid that was left after such bathings had magical properties and could be used to cast spells. It was also believed the mandrake would only grow on a site where a criminal was sentenced to death, under a tree where he was hanged. For this reason, and due to the common observation that hanged men often suffer erections, mandrake was believed to be an aphrodisiac plant that contained the hanged man's semen. Therefore, mandrake was also used to treat infertility. In addition, the mandrake root was also used to put patients about to undergo surgery into a state of deep sleep, during which the operation could be performed. The root was infused or boiled, and the solution was thus given to a patient to drink or applied externally in dressings over the wounds. However, dosage was crucial, as many would not wake up. Mandrake is probably the oldest known form of anesthetic. Whether this is an example of natural phenomenon possible on any tuber, or the work of quality sculptors keen to highlight the aphrodisiac qualities of the mandrake plant, and of course raising its value. Both these certainly invoke debate. Chances are, if not for their bizarre look, no one would have noticed long enough to find out what its other properties were. Guess we owe nature a heads up for this one. But the weird one about this one is, why would a plant evolve to look so that someone would be driven to eat it?